Yo, this your boy DJ Ric from Step Your Game Up, the Youth Project, man. Today, man, the ladies are taking over the show. I got these two wonderful ladies here, and they are taking over the show, man. This is what it's all about, the kids. It's all about the kids. This is what this show is all about. Step Your Game Up, the Youth Project. Don't ask me how I got that name. I just, you know how I do. But anyway, to my right, the left of y'all, introduce yourself.
My name is Maya Jane.
And to my left, to the right of y'all, is...
My name is Mayimka.
And she better have my bracelet. I'm telling y'all now. I'm letting y'all know that now. So, anyway, today, the ladies are taking over. This their show. They gonna kick me out. Yeah, they getting rid of me. I gotta get out. I gotta put my mic down and I gotta roll. But they're gonna take over the show and do their thing. So let's talk about something before y'all do y'all script. What are you doing in school now?
Well, I played volleyball. I do a lot of things, and I learned, obviously.
Somebody's scared.
No.
Nervous? You're nervous?
No.
You're not nervous?
No.
Okay. So we already know something about you. You've been on the show before. Let them know about what you're doing and your business.
So my business, Artistic Expressions, it's pretty much, my business, and I make handcrafted jewelry, such as like mostly wooden jewelry, and then we repaint it or add some sort of flair to it, because originally it's just plain wooden jewelry, but we add like a special flair to it.
Okay.
So
Cool. So guess what? DJ Ric about to get up out of here and step to the side, and you all going to take over the show. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So hasta la vista. See you later,
Adios,
alligator.
DJ Ric.
Oh, y'all throwing me off that fast?
yes, adios.
God almighty. I got to go there. Let me
You got to go.
yeah, let me put my little mic down. And let me take my live with me.
Oh, no.
Meet your jeans.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Maya Jane.
And I'm Mayimka. We are two of the
Little Phoenix's Rise Dreamers. We're here tonight as the guest hostesses of Step Your Game Up show with the Youth Project, invited by the greatest DJ / friend / neighbor a family can have, Mr. DJ Ric.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ric, for inviting us to come on and be a part of the show. Since we're giving shout-outs, we should probably shout out some others too.
Yeah, shout out to the Little Phoenix's founder, Miss Phoenix, aka Mama J, for creating the programs like Rise Dreamers and Steam Power.
My shout-out goes out to my mom, Lakshmi Cooper, Mama Coop, Miss Monica, my friend India, and my dad.
I have one more shout out. My shout out goes to Trinice and her dance company Mad, Main Attraction Divas, you know.
So, Maya, now that we have everyone's attention, what should we talk about?
Well, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been transitioning from middle school into high school, so I have auditions and my portfolio and stuff like that, and my birthday is coming up.
Well, we finna sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay. I've been doing volleyball, and I've been kind of getting into painting, and I've just been in school doing my thing. I'm gonna be going to 8th grade soon. Then I'm gonna be graduating. So that means at my school we'll have a ceremony where we get keys in the beginning of the school year, and when we're going to graduate, our principal will give them back to us, and the keys will say how our high school year will go.
Either way, we got this. We are Rise Dreamers. Now we will have a small break, and when we return, we will have Eva Thorne joining us for an entrepreneur segment.
To the Rise Dreamers Takeover, the Step Your Game Up with the Youth Project show. If you're just joining us, that's kind of sad. Where have you been? The show started 15 minutes ago. Just kidding. I'm Maya J. and
I'm Naimka, and we're two of the Little Phoenixes Foundation Rise Dreamers. Now we're going to discuss being an entrepreneur and what's that like to have your own business.
Joining us is Miss Eva Thorne, who I've known all my life. She is currently with the Eagle Management Solutions, which operates in the Congo. She has had her own business and is a mom and a member of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority.
Hello, Miss Eva. Thank you for joining us. Please give us a little information about you and what it's like doing what you do in the Congo.
Well, about me, I am a native Washingtonian, born and raised in this area. Mother of one son. I grew up in my family business, which is in waste management. And I guess technically speaking, I started my first business when I was 13. With my siblings, we were cutting grass, we shoveled snow, the whole 9 yards. So I guess in actuality, I'm a serialpreneur since I've had like 5 or 6 businesses, which I really enjoy.
What is it like there, and what do you do exactly?
Was it like in the Congo?
Yeah.
Well, the Congo, for those who don't know, the Democratic Republic of the Congo is part of the southern region of Africa. And it's hard to describe what it's like. Nothing like what we hear. The propaganda that we hear does not describe the Congo. I was pleasantly surprised when I arrived there. The one thing I can say is hot. Very, very, very hot. But it's very, very nice. The people are warm, loving people. And what I will be doing there is waste management. We're going to institute a waste management program. We're going to build waste-to-energy plants. We're going to bring over state-of-the-art solutions for the waste issue facing the Congo and other parts of Africa.
How long have you been there doing that in the Congo?
We're signing our contract for the Congo in the next few weeks. So I actually just got back from the Congo this past week, and I was there for 2 weeks. But my journey for doing work in Africa has been going on now for 7 years, and now everything's coming together. So it's a good thing.
What made you venture out so far in the country, like so far away from the United States?
I was invited to speak on waste management and waste solutions for the continent, and that was my first trip in 2012. And people say when you go to Africa, do you love it or you hate it? I loved it, but more importantly is I had a solution that could be offered to them for their waste management issues, because it's something you have to know, and if you don't know, you don't know, and it's apparent they don't know. And since I do know, I have no issue sharing my knowledge base with them to get them to a point where their waste management issues are not creating health issues for them like it currently is. So the knowledge base I plan on sharing and bringing solutions to will help them overall be a healthier country.
What do you wish you had known beforehand? Like beforehand starting your business?
I'm not sure. I can't say I think I knew it all going into it, but I can say that the benefits of growing up in a business was beneficial. And though I never wanted to go to college, I just wanted to work, going to college was beneficial for me, because we were allowed as teenagers, young adults, to sit in on corporate meetings with the attorneys and the accountants. And it was great to be in a situation where I knew something my parents didn't know that I actually learned in college. So it was just that overall knowledge base. So going to school, reading books, experiencing life has given me the things that I needed to know, that I feel comfortable with.
What was one of your biggest struggles with your business?
This business, waste management, is a financial burden business. Everything in our business is very expensive. The trucks that we use cost $250,000, $300,000 and up. So as it relates to the waste management business, you have to have access to capital. A waste-to-energy plant, the largest one built to date so far, costs over $700,000. And we're going to build one bigger. So we're looking at $1.2 billion to build our waste-to-energy plant. And so it's those kind of things. You have to have access to capital, which during my journey, we have secured the access to the capital that we need to be able to advance this program.
We have a caller.
Hello.
Say hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. And you?
Good. It's Miss Samuel.
Oh, hello, Miss Samuel. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So Miss Samuel used to be my 5th grade teacher. She's taught me a lot. Like almost not everything, but like a lot. You know, it's really hard to explain. Miss Samuel was one of my favorite teachers, really.
Oh, that makes me happy to know.
What's your question, Miss Samuel?
I was interested as to what you guys were talking about on the show, so that's why I called in.
Well, thank you for calling in. We were just asking Miss Eva about her business, and she told us that she has a business in the Congo that helps with
Waste management.
Waste management.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Miss Samuel, for calling.
You're welcome.
Bye. We'll see you later.
Bye. Talk to you later.
So, Miss Eva, thank you for joining us and giving us some valuable information. We're going to take another break and we will return with our arts, which is what we wish our parents understood.
Understandable.
which is what we wish our parents understood.
So, Maya, I don't know about you, but there are some things that I wish my mom understood, like that just because I listen to different types of music, that doesn't mean I'm emo or goth or whatever you guys say.
Facts. That's facts right there. Because we need to listen to like our music.
It's not like your music.
It's not like your music.
We're not like you guys, okay? We love you, but we're not like you.
We're not into the old people music.
No
offense.
No offense, but the world has changed, okay?
Yeah.
And also, I need my mom to know that I'm actually being productive on my phone. I'm not just Snapchatting, okay? I'm doing things, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I could also speak on that because, like, you could be doing your homework.
Yeah, I have to make slides on my phone.
Yeah, Google Slides. That's right there.
Yeah, Google. Okay.
Me too. I have things I wish both of my parents understood. Like, it takes a lot of thought and process into cleaning your room.
Yes, facts.
Like,
period.
Period. It takes a lot of time. You have to think about it because when you're cleaning your room, it's a whole new makeover, basically. Like, your room. Yeah, you have to think.
Everything's gonna go, and like when they be like, "Why is this mess still out?" That mess needs to be there. It's for my brain. It needs to be there. Okay.
It also goes into my second one because I'm an unorganized, organized person. Some people know what that is. Some people don't. It's like where if there's a mess, then and I know what's in that mess helps me. So it's not a mess that I have to clean up. But it's not like it's a trifling mess either.
You guys will understand. We have complex minds. Get to our level, okay?
Yeah.
So, I hope the parents were listening and taking notes.
Yeah, me too. Otherwise we'll be going home and there'll be like a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, we'll get one of these guests to mediate the issues at home.
If anyone who wants to chime in, call 240-792560. Then you can tell us about what you wish your parents understood too.
Or your parents can chime in and see if you disagree.
Yeah, if you disagree, we would like to hear about it a lot, you know?
Yeah. Now, we're going to be talking about
School.
We're going to be talking about school. Let me ask you something. What are some things that you dislike about school?
How bad the bathrooms can be.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting, okay?
That's a really random thing. Like, the bathrooms can be so bad, but the school can be, like, amazing. Like, the teachers can be perfect. What we're learning can be on track. We can all be, like, good students. But the bathrooms can mess up the whole thing.
How do you deal with those challenges at school?
It's sometimes, like, you know, we all get stressed out with homework and stuff. And it's just like, okay, you got to take a chill pill. You got to get your life back together because we all have to do our homework. And we'll keep our grades up and stuff like that. You have some challenges in school?
I don't like the people there. And my mom knows this. See, I'm antisocial. So when I go to school, it's just my 5 friends now. But it's like my 5 friends there. And we just doing our thing. And they don't understand.
What about school?
I like lunch. And I like... just kidding. I like... my favorite class in school, I would say, would have to be ELA. Because, like, I like to read and be productive. So, yeah.
My favorite subject in school could be probably physical education or history. I mean, I do good in history because that's my favorite teacher. Yo, Mr. Bowie, you're my favorite teacher out there. But physical education is the best.
Oh, well, at my school, it's performing arts. So I have visual art, and that's one of my favorite classes as well. So, visual arts, I pretty much am allowed to express myself, while the school doesn't appreciate me expressing myself outside of visual arts. So that's my free time.
Oh, well, I do art out of school. I watch a lot of Bob Ross. He is very calming. He loves God's nature, the animals out there. He paints lovely paintings.
Yes, his voice is very relaxing. Like, it's like, we're just going to do this over here. It's like that. It's like ASMR.
Okay, well, like, other than, what's your favorite type of lunch at school, you know?
I am in an art program. Thank you, Miss Phoenix. My art program, Project Create, that's what made me what I am today. They're pretty much another non-profit organization that offers free art camps and classes for kids. And now they have a digital place for people who like photography and videography, stuff like that. So that is my art program.
Yeah, back to the lunch food. What's your
See,
favorite?
They got like hot dogs and tater tots, but like the hot dog be a little undercooked, so you gotta flip it over. And then I like the tater tots. Yeah, we gotta talk about that. But yeah.
That's kind of like what I hate at school, the hot dogs and tater tots. And also their chicken nuggets.
The chicken nuggets are mushy and taste like somebody's... No. Don't think about it, okay?
Okay. Well...
Right. Well, let's take another short break, and when we return...
Okay, we have a caller.
We have a caller. Never mind. Forget the break, you know?
Okay, so caller. Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Who is this? I'm good. How about you?
Good.
Do you know who this is?
Yes.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
DJ Ric, I think.
I don't know who this
Yes,
is.
it is.
I'm completely...
Well, I want to ask you a question.
Sure, come on.
Yeah.
Do you all have a lot of bullying in the school?
See, I'm about to get deep because I was bullied younger, and people do make little sly comments, but it's not really bullying because I know how to stand up for myself, and it doesn't happen on a constant basis. But earlier when I did go to my school, it was a bullying issue, but they resolved it. So yeah.
My school is a no bully zone because if anybody is bullying anybody, which does not happen at all, they will be like out of the school because
Period.
Yeah, period. Because that's not allowed.
It shouldn't
Because
be allowed.
it goes too far nowadays. People are getting bullied and tragic things are happening to other people just because somebody wanted to make a joke about their appearance or something like that.
And you don't know what people are going through. Like, it could hit harder than you actually think it is, or whatever you're trying to joke about.
Okay, cool. The other question is, are y'all preparing yourself for college at this time or at this point?
You see, about
And what
that,
are the things? And what are some of the things that you're getting ready for college?
my mom is preparing me for college and high school at the same time. So, like, I had been looking at colleges. I'm actually going on a college tour later next week to Harvard and, like, black colleges around D.C. and stuff like that. So she is preparing me for stuff like that.
I go on college tours, but I'm only in 7th grade. That's kind of far away from college, so I don't worry about it as much as Nyamka would because I'm not going to high school very soon. But we go on college tours. We've seen Townsend, and we're going on one this year soon, I think.
Oh, okay. Let me give you an example. At this time, they're actually looking at your grades from the 8th grade, 8th, 9th, 10th, and the 11th grade. A lot of people get mixed up about them looking at your 12th grade yet. No, they start at your 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. So really, at this time, this is a good time for you all to start preparing and think about what you want to do in life. So what are some of the things that you might want to do in life? What you want to do, you know, what type of job that you, or what do you want to be when you grow up?
I keep talking first. I want you to go.
Okay. Well, I've went into searching about being a forensic scientist. It's basically like a scientist or a doctor who would go onto crime scenes because I watch a lot of Law and Order and but NCIS, that's not my show. Law and Order, it hits right there. And Forensic Files, that's kind of my jam right there.
So,
Ladies,
okay.
go ahead.
Oh, well, I want to be an artist or something art related. And, like, you know what? Shout out to my art teacher, Miss Nutt, because I think maybe I might want to be an art teacher and teach, like, younger kids when I get better with dealing with them. But, yeah, do that. Maybe teach younger kids how to do art and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. But ladies, thank you. Thank you for letting me come on y'all show. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we will have our break that we've been waiting for.
The real break that you've been waiting for.
Yes, so we'll see you later, and we'll be joined by Miss Daria Davis, who is a student advocate and nonviolent youth mediator for DC Charter and Public Schools.
What if it's still on? You see it going.
Welcome back to the Rise Dreamers takeover of the Step Your Game Up with the Youth Project show. If you're just joining us, no comment. Except we like 30 minutes in, you know. Thanks for being here. I'm Maya J.
And I'm Nyamka, and we're two of the Little Phoenix Foundation Rise Dreamers. With us now is Daria Davis, a student advocate and non-violent youth mediator for DC Charter and Public Schools. Welcome, Ms. Davis.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome, Miss Davis, and thank you for being on our show. So tell us a little about yourself and what it is that you do.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you first. I'm a youth advocate, so I say I don't advocate for schools, but I advocate for students and for families to ensure that they get all the benefits that they deserve, and as well as I do nonviolent youth mediation. So with that, I teach kids, peers, youth, how to resolve issues without getting violent.
So I attend a public school in DC, and I think what you do is very important. But what prompted you to want to advocate for students?
Having 2 children and having my daughter raised in private school majority of her life and then went to public, I saw how a lot of the schools weren't doing our kids justice. They weren't adequately giving our kids what they deserve. You could put a kid in a private school, but I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to drive miles and miles away to ensure my kid get quality education. So initially it started as me just being a parent with a voice, and then other parents would come to me and ask me for their assistance, and then that's how a business formed.
What challenges do you tend to face in your role as an advocate?
As an advocate, principals and administrators aren't always happy to see me come through the door because they know there's going to be an issue. But like I tell them, if you give these kids and these students what they deserve, there will be no issues. I'm just here to ensure that whatever they're entitled to, they get. Simple as that.
How do you feel about what you do? How do you feel about what you do, pretty much?
I feel like if you're on this earth and you know you have a gift or a passion for to help someone and you don't use it, then there's no use of being on this earth. I found out that I have a voice. I like to communicate with people. I like to resolve issues non-violently. And so since I know I can do that, I feel like I have to use this skill. I don't really like kids all the time. My kids drive me crazy, but I love you all to death, and I'm going to always ensure that you get what you deserve, whether it be at home, in school, or whatever means you need to get it.
Miss Davis, you said you have a daughter. So your daughter what grade is your daughter in?
My daughter is actually a senior this year. She's 17. She's a senior in high school. She's also has been dual enrolled in college for 2 years as well. And she's gotten several acceptances and several scholarships already.
So she's not really interested in the school. She's already in the school.
Well, she's interested in a couple. She's still waiting on a couple others. I won't mention it. I'll let her do that. But right now she's been accepted into George Mason, to ODU, and to several others. But it's strictly her choice on what she wants to do.
So although we are some years from going to college, is there some advice you can give us on how to prepare?
Like the previous caller said, you have to take it serious. When you get in high school, you have to take it serious because everything follows you. Your behavior, your grades, it's not just about going to school and being, hey, good grades, but your behavior, your attitude, your activities, everything follows you once you get in high school, and you want to have a transcript that shines. You want to have that.
So, you said you have a son as well. What grade is he in?
He's in the 1st grade, so he's just starting.
So you know how you said you are an advocate, right? Mm-hmm. So when you go to the schools, how many times have you had to go to a school to say anything?
Sadly, too often. I've had to do mediations with violent youth. I have had to do mediations with MPD, with their gang task force. Sadly, I've had to do too many of those. However, it's needed, and I'm here to help the kids.
So you're obviously going to be kind of favorited by the kids because you help us, because some teachers, they just go too hard on things that shouldn't be taken too far. Not saying that us as kids don't do anything, because some of us do, but what schools do you go to? We have a caller. But we'll finish this question.
And I'll finish. I have a statement for you.
Okay. What schools did you have to go to say anything?
DC public schools, a lot of them in Ward 7 and Ward 8. I won't particularly call them out. I don't want them to get a bad rap. But majority of our schools have been in Ward 7 and Ward 8. And I know you said I'm advocate for youth. However, I'm fair. So if you wrong, I'm going to tell you wrong. If a child did something, I'm going to tell them they did something. And that's a part of growing up to a young adult. I always teach, no matter what session I go into for my advocacy, is that every action has a consequence. So don't come in here getting Miss Davis thinking she gonna always be on your side, because I'm gonna let you know what you did wrong too, so that you can readjust your thinking and we won't have that happen again.
Okay, well, we have a caller. So how are you, caller?
Hi, I'm Daria Davis's daughter.
Oh.
And I wanted to call, and I wanted to ask my mom, what do you tell the youth and the younger ones how to deal with peer pressure and the violence that's always around?
Well, first, as I tell you, to be yourself. You can never be that follower who thinks, oh, I have to do certain things to get into the clique or into the group or into the know. You cannot live your life like that, no matter how hard it may be, but you have to speak up, stand up, and be yourself. You have to understand that no matter what you do, your action is going to have a consequence. So if you're with a group of people and they want to get in trouble, they might run and not get caught, but you most likely will be the one to get caught. So just remember that whatever happens, whatever group you're in, whatever clique you're in, you have to be responsible for yourself and your own actions. Because one time can get you in trouble.
That was a great comment.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Well, thank you, caller. Would you like to say anything else? Do you have a... Oh, well, since you are Miss Davis' daughter, okay.
She did.
Well, what are some mediation tips we can use?
Like I just stated first, watch the group you're around. It's not worth having friends who want to get you in trouble. If you have a group of friends and they don't want to see you do positive things, then rethink if they really are your friends. Because growing up, I know it's much harder for you all these days than it was for us. But growing up, you have to have someone who says, hey, we shouldn't do this. Or, hey, maybe you should rethink that. You have to find people who are willing to tell you when you're right, but also tell you when you're wrong. That's the sign of a true friend. If a person allows you just to do whatever you want, whenever you feel like it, sooner or later, it's not going to work out. And sooner or later, they're going to get you in trouble. So you have to be responsible for your own actions. You have to find people who are like-minded like you. Don't try to be for that it crowd. If you're different, then be different. My daughter, I wish she would call back in. I always tell her, like, you're a little weirdo. But because she likes different music. She likes all kinds of different cultures and things. But I exposed her to that. So it's okay to be different. It's okay to not follow that clique. Just find who you are. Find yourself. Be proud of who you are. Love yourself from within. And always remember that every action has a consequence, whether it be good or bad.
Well, okay, one more thing about your daughter. Is she excited to be leaving home?
If you can hear me, I wish you would call back in and answer that for us. But I think she is pretty...
We have a caller.
We have a caller.
Is this Miss Davis's daughter?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, are you excited about leaving home?
I wouldn't say excited, but just I feel like I'm getting to venture out more, to just experience more things. That's it. Not so that I just want to leave my family and my friends totally.
Well, like...
What can you tell the young ladies about getting ready for college?
I think I would say it will be stressful, but if you keep yourself paced, it won't give you too much stress, and you won't have to always be thinking about it. If you just put yourself on, like, a good way of doing things, you can be able to know if I get it done early, I can be relaxed and comfortable and know that I made the right decision. And you should prepare before you start looking at things, before you go to the colleges and stuff. You should research up on them, see the different things they have that you are interested in, to see which programs will be the best for you. Don't just go into it blindly.
Thank you so much for calling in again and giving us some advice.
You're welcome.
Bye, caller.
Bye, caller.
Bye.
Oh, so Miss Davis, I understand you have a business.
Well, yeah, I have two. So the advocacy business is DF Enterprises and Strategies. That's my nonviolent youth advocacy. And I also am called Your Cake Lady. So I also have DF's Cake Lounge, where I make world-class desserts, small piece of heaven in the DMV area and more.
So where can people get a piece of your cakes and your desserts pretty much?
Well, I'm actually retail in several different locations. So I'm at Cheers of the Big Chair. I'm at Capitol Hill Creamery, Capital City Creamery. Maybe that's the name. I'm sorry. Also on Martin Luther King Avenue. And then I do all types of catering for you. So you can reach. I have an email address. I'm on all social media under my title, DF's Cake Lounge, as well as my website is www.dfscakelounge.com. So you can find me.
Want some cake?
Your birthday's coming up, Nyamka, so you can get some cake.
Yeah. So I would like to say thank you for caring about your students and the people that you help. You're making a big difference in the community.
I hope so. I hope so.
Well, thank you, Miss Steve.
And our beliefs. and allowing us to do us, like you said, to be yourself.
Right, and I'm helping your bellies as well with the cake.
Yeah. I'm going to come see you get some cake.
Anytime. Thank you, ladies. And this is great what you all are doing.
Thank you. Also, thank you, Miss Davis, for joining us this evening. This information will help many. We're going to take another break, and then we will return. We will begin to wrap up. Stay tuned.
See you missed
Step Your Game Up with the Youth Project show.
By the way, Maya, did you know this was live?
Yes, it's on YouTube.
Right behind here at this. Type this in on YouTube and it'll pop up, okay?
Yeah, and if you have anything to say, call our hotline 240-719-2560. Okay.
So, we're going to pretty much recap what we've talked about on the show so far. So, Maya, do you think you need an advocate at your school?
Well, no, not really, because... No, I don't think so. I don't think I need an advocate at my school. Not really.
Ooh, I think I might need an advocate at my school. In all seriousness, my school's a little crazy. But, I wanted to ask, how do you feel about Miss Davis? And, do you think you could do what she does? Because she does make a powerful impact on what happens at school and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like what Miss Davis does is very important because it can help a lot of people. So the more people that would try and help would be the better.
Oh, also, do you ever think about where your waste goes exactly?
I know I put it in the trash can.
Well, after that, where does it go?
I heard it goes into a dumpster.
After the dumpster?
No. It goes to the trash truck. The trash truck, and then the trash truck takes it to a place.
Well, see, you may not know a lot about it, but as you can tell, we have some sort of waste management in DC. But imagine if you didn't have any waste management and you didn't know where your trash was going, or you were just dumping your trash randomly.
Stinky. It'd be stinky all around.
It would be trifling.
Very, 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 very trifling.
Okay.
So, how do you feel about Miss Davis and her cakes? You're gonna get one?
See, my birthday's coming up. I'm gonna need a cake ASAP. So, my mom, if you're watching this, can you call in? I need to talk to you.
About this cake?
This cake. And I need to ask you some questions, too. But back to the waste. I know it sounds gross, but I actually would like to learn more about that. Because, it's very interesting.
Okay, so, my sister has a pageant coming up. Before we leave, I have to promote it. I won't be able to ride in the car with her back home. So she's in a pageant. She'll be competing, the Little Miss AKA, for the Omicron Chi Omega chapter of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority.
Wow. Is it like a real beauty pageant?
No, it's not based on looks, but rather on how much money she makes for their nonprofit community organization, the Ivy Foundation of the Great Prince William County. She will get the crown if she raises the most money.
Well, okay, she's cute and smart, so people should support her.
Yeah, you should go support her because I kind of really want to go home in the car. Nice car.
Yeah, we don't want to be walking.
But everyone support my sister. You can donate cash or purchase an ad for her souvenir journal. Her flyer will be posted in the show credits. But email my mom at DONRICE01@yahoo.com.
Make sure you put me down for a donation. I can buy an ad for my jewelry business and write me off the expense.
Now you're thinking.
Well, that's it for us. I'm Naimka.
And I'm Maya J. And
we're both Rise Dreamers. Bye-bye.
Bye.